Alright, here we are. We are back again, once again, with another episode of Atlas, a remnant campaign. So please,
Hooray!
by player characters, introduce yourselves and the characters that you are playing as.
Which order we're starting in again?
We just skip these bits. If people are going to be joining a campaign midway through, it's their own fault not knowing who's who. It's getting exhausting introducing myself over and over again.
Sorry.
You're always tired.
I play as Madison. There. He Madison things.
You're the Mad Hatter.
Yes.
We just do the hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Atlas.
Hello, team. My name is Jason, and welcome to Happy Wheels.
Brother. All right.
Alright.
Well, pretty much you've already covered the intro, guy.
Alright. We're now back in the classroom of a particular man. And he is very much an Atlesian patriot. His degree in history is well renowned. And he is the one, the only.
The only.
Damn it.
I believe you called him Nick last
Yes.
time.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah, like Nick Demus.
Oh, great. I hate my system. Or I hate OBS. Alright, let's go to properties.
Womp
we go.
womp.
And it is that of a man named Nicholas. He is the teacher to this current class, and he is about to teach you guys about a very important figure in Atlesian military history. That person being a particular woman named Queen Markovia Lazarescu. And her picture is also should already be in the art section.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, that entire opening setup, it just sounded like that old nursery rhyme of, you remind me of a man. What man? The man with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Voodoo? You do. I do what? That's your tone of voice right now.
Anyways, he shall begin his lesson with very important bits. All right, today we're going to be teaching you about Queen Markovia, the greatest tank commander to ever live, and unfortunately the supposed last royal family of the royal household of.
Breathe.
I'm sorry, I tried to get.
This isn't a speed run. Just figure out what you're saying
Don't
and
speed
talk.
run this. I want to learn my information too.
This begins with some very basic facts. This is Queen Markovia, the last of the royal line of the Lazarescus of the Mantle royal family. Now, for important context, as for this particular little bit of history I'm teaching you, she is the main reason why Atlas had advanced so far in its military capability, because she is an engineer. One of the few engineers that Mantle at the time had during the war. Now, for important context, who could tell me why Mantle was at war with the entire world?
No, just crickets chirping in the background.
No one.
Did Atlas started it?
Mr. Nicholas then looks at Madison and says, "Incorrect."
Ah.
And let me guess, you're from Vale, aren't you, kid?
Perhaps. What gave it away?
God.
He just chuckles. always expect the villain to think that they were the good guys in this war. Newsflash, kid. It was actually Vale that started it. Now, for important context, why were we at war? Other than Vale started it. Simply put, an asshole by the name of Jothri Baratheon.
John Hoyoverse.
Fuck's sake.
He during a negotiation was waiting for the Mantilian delegates, one of which was actually the crowned prince of Mantle, because Mantle had separated from Vale because Vale was doing a whole bunch of shit fuckery, such as denying us any basic rights or autonomy, given the fact they wanted us to be, oh, I don't know, a colony that was self-sufficient. But no, they kept giving us their criminals in order to offload their jails.
Wow.
And then whenever we try to have any guns, be it with training our raw minerals to Vacuo, Menagerie, Mistral, etc., guess what they did? Who can tell me what happened when
actual classes in
Tell
this
me what-
session?
Huh?
Why do we have to have actual classes in the sessions, bro? I graduated from this shit, so I didn't have to deal with it no more. That's why I didn't go to college. That's why I'm fast food. Fuck this shit, man. I served my nickel. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. I'm
I
tired,
like history,
boss.
so I'm not.
For what it's worth, I'm glad someone else said it because I'm getting really fucking sick of sitting through classes too. This is not what
aren't we
I
supposed to
played
go on an
D&D to get
adventure?
away from school.
I'm tired of getting cut in. Please give me another job.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm all for learning history, but Guy, you are struggling to get your sentences out. This ain't worth it.
Can we hear like a synopsis if it's actually like important to like the current story?
To use his semblance and/or a weapon, legends can neither confirm nor deny this, but he had used weapons and/or had a powerful semblance that could wipe entire armies. He didn't want. Now, supposedly he didn't want to do it, but because of how his sons had either A, died due to trench warfare, or B, got captured by the Mantilians, he decided to resort to drastic measures. Because Mantle was not on the back foot. In fact, they were literally steamrolling any nation that decided to declare war on them, and those who did were foolish.
You're
And
still going.
Why does it sound like these guys just hired Sauron to fold the enemy nations? Bro, this just sounds like a synopsis of Lord of the Rings.
I honestly wasn't really thinking of Lord of the Rings when I came up with this little bit of
Your
accuracy
autism
history.
shines through once again.
I do not have autism. This is just having a
Yes,
hobby.
you do.
Anime
You
guy,
do.
Well, okay,
you
no,
have
hold on.
autism.
How does history?
I'm not
Are
gonna
the
lie.
spectrum, my dude.
I'm not gonna lie, Phil's has literally fallen asleep at his desk. His face
Yeah, Jack
is against.
Jack pretty much passed out the moment he got into his seat.
Phil's is just
I guess, but
face
she doesn't care.
down on the desk. He just.
In fact, at this point, Jack's his head sits up and he just raises a hand.
Yes, Mr. Irving?
So, what does your ramblings about politics have to do with us becoming huntsmen?
This is
That's a
history,
good question, Madison
this-
says.
Alright then. Say that you are charged with making sure that a particular village is safe from another particular village, because they do not like each other. It is your job to navigate between the two in order to have a peaceful solution, rather than having to put both down in a firefight.
And then Phelps just raises his hand at this, and he's like, "Then why don't you just tell us that instead of this boring synopsis shit about history that has nothing to do with it? You could just be circumventing all of this."
Because, kid, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it and the outcome is 10 times worse, and it leaves the next generation with a world much filthier than when their forefathers came from.
Okay,
I
cool.
could
just
Okay, cool.
the-
But I'm not learning to be a politician and to debate trade routes, alliances. I am a soldier. I fight. I kill. I don't need to know much more than that.
Now, hold on, guys. To be fair, I can understand that, like, if we could determine the political
Shut
alignment
up.
between the two.
Shut up, Madison.
Oh, hold
Well,
on.
we'll make sure to leave you
I
with
am.
the text
I'm
book when
actually
we
on.
need it.
I'm actually on our side. I can understand determining the political alignment of two different factions, right? But why? What's going to stop me from just simply using Zoogle and Zoogling
Zoogle.
the yeah, sorry, Zoogling their history, their respective history.
Jack turns around to no. At this point, Jack does turn around and look at Madison and go, "You would Zoogle the answers to all of your exams." I then turn to the teacher and go, "Please ignore him."
I'm trying to help.
The answer
not-
I'm
you're
going to
doing
Google everything is not a good response. But
Google.
shut up.
I'm trying to keep our world different from Remnant's world. So I'm like, we have to use the term Zoogle.
Fel's just like calls over to Madison. Your version of helping isn't doing anything productive.
I'm having flashbacks to my own school. My class was actually this disruptive.
Same. All the kids in my class just would not let the teacher talk unless she had something important to say.
But what does Nicholas do at the fast breakdown of this? Also, I want to know like how much of the class is kind of on our level of this, and how much seem really pissed off at our one disruptive squad.
And we keep causing problems.
Okay, let me check the stuff real quick to see what you should roll.
No. I think that Nicholas should roll a charisma roll or presence, and that determines how, like, you know, on board the rest of the class is compared to us.
All right.
That's how.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best, because you know, if everyone else is into this, then that is based on his charisma.
Yeah. I'm trying
I'm
to
just
channel
like-
the fat electrician bit, and everyone loves the fat electrician, especially with how he talks about history, as well as his black Timu counterpart tactically acquired.
Apparently not
Okay.
everyone loves Fat Electrician because I never even watched him before. You showed me one video and I got sleepy.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
is
just
this
I'm
guy?
just
Style and
I don't even
readying
know
my
who this guy is.
tomatoes. At
Not
this
everyone's
point.
autistic, brother.
he's the one who like just puts his eyes and mouth on like various things to talk, and it gets a little he's a little obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, he also used to watch Chibi, so.
I'm just readying my tomatoes at this point. I just got a few. I'm ready to throw 'em.
That's Sora just putting the hand on his head, like, no, not yet.
No. Hang on.
No,
It's like
not yet.
the singing meme, the guy singing the driver's seat, the girl pulling out the sword, and the guy's like,
Savant,
yeah.
it's
Yes.
this. It's this.
Not yet, Ferb.
Not yet, Ferb.
Right, not yet.
I,
Give him
lo-
a chance.
I love how fast that joke is. 'Cause I watched that episode the other day, and it really is like, not yet, Ferb.
You got a 23. So
Eh,
the class.
do we need?
The class seems very interested, save for a very few because, well, you know, people have very different reactions to history classes, mainly because, well, I'm gonna be honest.
History's
I would.
cool.
History is cool. It's just dependent on who you learned it from.
Very true.
See,
But also, to a
Jeez.
degree, it all depends on where in your life you are when you're learning.
Well, here's the
True.
thing. Here's the thing. I have
I've
been
already
interested
know as much as I need.
I mean, like for example, I was very interested in history. The problem was that all my history teachers were boring as fuck.
My history teachers are great. The problem is my memory retention is jack shit.
See, even at early ages,
Anyway.
we loved history. The problem was either
Yeah, but here's the thing. I can
self-inflicted
literally
or-
either just Google it or I already understand the concepts, so I already have an understanding of the rules.
Hmm.
So I don't need the exact details. I can't copy verbatim like what actually happened and stuff.
And
in the
again,
date,
this is
but
this is
I
a
know enough.
this is a trade school, not like a regular high school. So learning
This
history
isn't
just
college,
seems...
please. Freebie.
Your characters and players are begging with you right now, my guy. We've spent the last like 3 sessions just sat in classrooms.
I was trying to give the full RWBY experience.
The full RWBY experience was
It's
not
fine,
classrooms
like-
episode by episode.
RWBY was
Yeah.
literally out of all like 4 seasons that I watched, only actually 2 episodes worth had classroom stuff in it out of 4 volumes. Don't even get me started on the RWBY experience you did not comprehend.
Oh no, I
I'm
comprehended.
not gonna lie.
I
I'm not
was
gonna
a
lie.
critic of it.
I'm not gonna lie, she does speak the truth. Most of volumes 1 through 3, they were out in the field or just exploring the hallways rather than actually being in the classrooms, save for a few flashback scenes.
Even
Yeah.
then, like
Night,
classroom
everything at
scenes
night.
were at most a minute or so.
Uh-huh.
And it's a
And then,
classroom
I
set.
mean, yeah, there were a few montages fast forwarding through classes, but I mean,
Never
like,
a full session thing.
yeah, there was never really any of that. So do not
If they wanted the
speak of
class
the dark
experience, they
art.
watched Slice of
Me, I
Life.
was there when it was written. Do not pretend
I
that
kinda figured
RWBY
that
was
characters would
all
be
about
passed.
class.
Or they
And
just
yet-
say you
To
want to
be
be
fair,
a
I
teacher
kinda-
without the rambunctious students. Okay.
To be fair, I figured that our characters would be past this point. The
Yeah.
class.
Yeah, they are
I mean, that's what it
literally
worked in
training
middle
to be
school.
I
huntsmen.
will acknowledge that Jack is not like educated, but he doesn't need to be.
Yeah, they're here to be huntsmen, not scholars.
Yeah.
If Jack really
Or
needs the info, we
politicians.
can look it up. There's a library down the hall.
And to be honest,
Oh,
yeah.
can read.
norm-
He's
most
fine.
most
Oh.
normal institutions would have thrown Fells and Madison to the curb by now. No
Okay,
normal
well,
As a
institution.
sizable thing that is kind of... I've been trying to be subtle about it, but Jack has officially lost all respect with this institution is on the level of finding an excuse to bail. Because he does not give a fuck anymore.
No normal institution is holding the two. The only reason they're here is because of their military uses.
I think no, absolutely not. Fells is still here out of raw fucking nepotism. Bro literally has his mother intimidating all of the higher ups to keep him in this school.
I suggest we skip the classes.
Yeah, skip class.
That would be nice.
If it's really necessary information, say during a battle or whatever, we're reading something later on when we find it in some godforsaken place during a mission, then maybe give a short summary instead of having us sit through the whole lecture, and it's probably not even going to be useful for later.
Yeah, because at this point, this just
also, speaking of
wastes
which,
our time.
Yeah.
speaking of which, how does side note, how does Queen Matilda help with Madison's case? How does Queen Matilda's history help with Bell's character arc? How does Queen Matilda help with the Dr. Mallow and
How does
Sora
she help
arc?
finding Yume?
How does-
she
how
help
does Dr.
finding,
Guys, okay,
Matilda
guys,
help
guys,
with it? How
guys.
does
Right, Raven,
Matilda-
we get it. We get
I
it.
think
We get it.
I think we've made our point.
Okay, sorry. I wanted to to hammer it down, but all right.
No, Raven, I am currently
I'm
reaching
done,
over.
I'm done.
I'm grabbing both your lips and I'm smushing them shut.
Okay.
The whole point of going through this school is because some of you guys aren't from Atlas, and this is a Atlas campaign, which would also include some history bits about Atlas.
Okay, anime guy. But as a tabletop campaign, as a thing that we are all dedicating several hours of every week to, we don't want to go back to school.
If we need the information, just give us a summary. If not, then don't worry about it. We'll get there when we get there.
The DM summaries for backstory that characters should know and have learned off screen exist for a reason. But I don't think any of us want to genuinely have a whole ass school course along with this tabletop campaign.
Yeah.
It makes us tired, and also like I'm drinking rum to stay awake. All right.
It's 11
Jesus.
o'clock.
Yeah, it real quickly becomes exhausting to just sit through like 30 to 45 minutes of just the teacher talking
lecture.
and we don't get to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
We haven't even logged in points for the past couple of weeks.
I mean, I don't even think the audience watching the streams right now is very appreciative of this.
I mean, the fact that we've had no audience for all of the streams is kind of indicative.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been trying my best, man.
No, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like.
I got two. I usually get at least like at most 2 viewers, but the thing is, once the lecture starts and it goes for like more than 2 minutes, they both leave.
Hmm.
I don't blame them.
This is a tabletop session, so at the most we should focus on the team rather than the school.
Character development.
Well, I'm fine with like focusing on the school, just not the classes.
Yeah.
Let's time skip this. All in
You
favor,
remember
say
the
aye.
friends. You remember the friends you have. You remember your teachers. You don't remember the class sessions of school time.
So
Yeah.
let's
was the whole point of
let's
it.
real quickly pull out the stand Emperor Crimson and let's fast forward this shit.
okay.
All right.
That's perfect meme.
Give me a sec to think. Alright, so...
We're not trying to be rude. We're just being honest.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, so you guys skip... So after the class session, you guys are now back at the dorms. What are you all going to do?
I head back to the library.
Is it around lunchtime, or is it still like morning, or is it now like later in the day?
I'm
or...
assuming this would be lunchtime.
Yeah, it'd be around lunchtime.
Dog girl needs food.
No, I'm still going to the library. Because I used
Jack's
to do
going-
that back in the high.
Jack's going
I
for a
used to do
midday
that back in
nap.
high school.
As for Fells, he's just sitting there in the dorm, just kind of sulking.
Oh no! Not the sulking lizard.
Oh wait, never mind. If Fells is still in the dorm, Jack is not sleeping.
Go
Well,
to the
he's-
library, sleep on the bench.
Yeah, he's
Sleep in the
sulking
courtyard in the
because,
sun.
like, I mean, like, if last stream was any indication, he has a lot to sulk about right now. His brother really hit him where it hurts.
Oh, is the baby angry? I am not helpful in this class. Sora's getting lunch. so
Actually,
she's gonna
actually,
eat.
Jack is gonna go onto like his scroll, and he's gonna start looking up any news from Corvus, and just kind of like he starts going through old messages about it, old like any like news articles about it, basically.
Roll me a tech check.
Would that not be investigation?
Actually, yeah. Roll me investigation and tech.
He gets bad Wi-Fi.
Oh God.
He gets the buffering curse.
Hold on. Where the fuck is my? I don't have my files open. 1 second.
He can't scroll. His phone's in the wall. I mean,
Sorry,
scroll.
give me
Sorry.
a second. Do someone else while this is happening. I need to find it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
So, Madison, what are you trying to do in the library?
Madison, is, let's see. Let's see, what was I doing? What was I doing in the dorm? Please remind me.
I'm sorry, what?
What
What was my investigation all about? Please remind me.
It
Like
was about
connecting
connecting the
the
White
right
Fang
thing.
to Corvus.
Ah, yes. Memory. Okay, go back to someone else, and I'll come back to you about that.
Okay. I just want to say Jack's investigation and tech are both 0.
Oh no.
So I mean I guess this would just be him rolling his raw intellect.
We'll just send just something in DM's guy.
Okay. So, as far as you could tell from the internet connection that you have, which is pretty good connection, you're not finding anything wrong so far with Corvus, other than just from like the recent of several bases that were found nearby that were literally obliterated by the Atlas
Well,
military.
he's mainly looking into kind of like the expansion of like the mine and such, because look, here's the thing. Jack is like deeply concerned by the rapid urbanization of his small village. He's like for him it feels like he left the village, came back, and it was a completely new town, and it's unsettling the hell out of him.
All right, so for news about the mine, it turns out, due to SDC sources, that they had struck a gold mine of dust, in particular fire dust, which, while it's common, this will help bring in a lot of income to Corvus to help uplift your village's quality of living.
Oh, I remember now. Okay, hold on. I remember everything.
I remember. I know that from.
So that is what's currently happening with Corvus at the moment. So so far your village is starting to become pretty good so far. You got the Atlas military defending it. The mine is currently not running dry of any dust. In fact, they just hit a gold mine of red dust, which means
That's not reassuring to him.
Holy shit! It's Resident Evil Village.
Oh my gosh.
I need to recalculate this. I'm missing an XP point somewhere, and it's bugging the hell out of me, and I keep meaning to go back through and find it.
I'm just gonna not stream because this freaking thing is being shitty.
Is your end being buggy?
Yeah, OBS isn't recording any of the audio. It won't fit into the window like usual, so it's being only on Denz's thing.
Whoa.
I see.
What?
I'm just gonna close it.
Oh, so this is just having tech issues at the moment. So why do you think that this is a bad thing, Jack?
Because, like, oh, okay, cool. But to use some modern terms, oh boy, GDP go up. On the other hand, the entire like personality of his village is being rapidly stripped away to just become a mine town. It's unsettling, and it means that like no matter what happens here at this like school that he's rapidly regretting going to, he feels like he's not even going to have a home to go back to after this.
Ah, the wonders of corporations, especially ones run by Jocksty for more efficiency rather than style or any form of culture that is actually healthy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Target, or not Target, but any job I worked.
Put it up
What has
yourself.
Target done to you?
A lot.
You just started there.
And already it's starting to suck.
Yeah.
It's called working a job.
Anyways,
But yeah, so far to the quote unquote people of Corvus, they think that they're having the time of their lives because they're getting help from the outside. But I take it that you, Jack, feel like it's just now gonna miss its soul, like how some corporations mess up their games.
Well, I mean, put it this way: he left the village for like, I don't know, like, how much time had passed of him leaving the village and like our campaign starting. Like that first VR mission that we did. How long had we been in the school by that point?
About 2 months at
Like-
that point.
Like, yeah, so he was away from his home for 2 months, returned, and it was almost unrecognizable. What the hell's gonna happen if he's gone for years?
Oof.
That is quite the dilemma. Well, you'll just have to figure that out when you go back to Corvus sometime.
Ugh.
But with that, we shall. Are you ready, Madison?
yes. I remember while I was researching. Apparently. Oh, okay. I'm there to further investigate the White Fang lieutenant guy or whatever his name is. I
The
guess.
lieutenant
I
with the
decided
chainsaw, yes.
Chainsaw Man, yes.
Integral guy.
I am going to Google where he was last seen slash no Zoogle, sorry. I'm going to look up the internet to figure out where his whereabouts and all that. Like, is he detained? Is he where where is he basically?
All right, roll me an investigation and tech check. Check for me, please.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Investigation plus tech. Okay, and let's see here. And tech. Let's see.
All right, so as far as you could search, that has accurate information to the best of your knowledge and that of whatever records that are available to the public, he is not
Roll
detained,
twice.
but rather he's not detained, but rather he's still on the loose, and it is presumed that he has gone to the Vale faction of the White Fang, raising hell in Vale.
Oh no. That's a little far away from my reach.
To be fair, you have your little hats to go back to Vale.
Well, technically not at the moment. I would have to contact my sister and tell to get me over there and all that stuff, but that takes willpower on both of our ends and all that jazz. And plus, if I were, so my main concern is like getting there by transportation and convincing Duran to send me to capture this guy. I don't think Madison can convince Duran to send Jack's team over there to capture the lieutenant guy.
Yeah, especially when this guy is a high priority, or his priority in terms of how he is to be captured is literally shoot on sight and do not stop until he is nothing but a fine pink mist.
I am back.
So,
Madison says to himself, this guy might be our only lead on this particular case.
I just love the fact that
And he's a kill, and let me finish, sorry. And he's a kill on sight order. Damn it.
I just love.
Oh man.
I just love the fact that you think that he's connected just because of a couple of sprinkles of his presence that was there. Despite the fact
Bro found his gun and went, damn, this matters so much.
I mean, I found his gun.
Yeah, because he discarded
Yeah.
it.
And so he would have to. And so
It just
the
means
white
he was
thing would
there at
somehow-
some point in time.
I know that. But like, even if he's not a lead, right? Or if he's not a solid lead, a lead is a lead is a lead.
It's not a lead. Oh my god.
Okay, he's not
Your
a lead. but,
argument
like, how do I
is
say this?
literally a dub, it's a dub, it's a dub, it's a dub. We'll take it.
Word,
Okay,
word,
so,
word,
like,
word.
If
Bro found
it has
one
to be
like
something
lord.
this guy knows, is what I'm
If
trying
it-
to say. There has to
No,
be something.
not necessarily, bro. You're the equivalent if you found one like lore document in a Fallout game and you're like desperately believing that this has something to do with the main storyline. Like, not in the slightest.
No, I know that. I know that. Let me.
I found lore
Gosh,
on the
man.
FPV virus.
Anyways, guys. Hmm. Well, he's a little bit out of the reach, and what is my? Okay, sorry. I understand this. No, let me please. Okay, so like, he's a little. And because of the fact that there's like, the only reason why is like he's very loosely connected to this case. That's the only thing that Madison's found is basically a nothing burger. Is what he's complaining about. All right, I'm a little bit tired.
Sorry, man.
No
So
worries.
like, even if he does get
Could
the
be all
guy,
wrong.
yes, he'll be doing Vale a favor, but it will feel like it'll be a little bit one-sided, because how would this help Atlas? It wouldn't. So that's why he's ultimately disappointed.
Technically speaking, it would benefit Atlas if the guy was literally raising hell in Atlas AOs.
Yeah.
But given that he's not, you would be right that it would not benefit Atlas, save for like, killing him, which would honestly leave the world a better place.
Or arresting him for information on how the White Fang got his gun.
How the White Fang got his gun? Bro, you found it in the forest floor.
I'm.
Because he discarded it.
Oh yeah, how he got? Well, not the White Fang. Sorry, my bad. My bad. So why he was here in the first place? Sorry, why was he here in the first place and all our stuff? Like, did he know Dr. Merlot? Why was he in the woods? That was the angle. Like at first, that like he was hoping Madison was like hoping to reach.
Hey, Dens.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
You ever wonder why we're here?
Just to suffer.
Always.
So you're essentially you're just tracking his migration patterns as to his locations and why he was there, other than
Migration patterns like he's a fucking bird. I'm sorry. That's just a funny way to phrase it.
I mean, to be fair, we
Travel
don't know what
patterns,
type
let's
of
go with
faunus
that.
he is, so.
I'm concerned how I'm playing a Genshin trivia quiz and
Travel
I'm getting every single
patterns,
character and
travel
weapon
patterns.
right. I've played this game for too long. Even the
Anyways.
character costumes I'm getting correct. This shouldn't be possible.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
technically, he is migrating, just not like a bird.
As a
Migration.
This guy, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Brittany, bitch.
Damn, that's a pull.
Um,
I shouldn't be
Um,
getting these right.
All right, Saban.
I guess he'll search the other weapon. I guess then see if there's any
What other
lead
weapon?
there. The weapon that he took from the White Fang.
Oh, you mean
I forget what it's called.
You mean you mean like the Beretta from the
Yeah, the
from
Beretta.
from Dr. Moreau's security forces? All right, so if you want,
No, hold on, wait. I thought no, hold on. Correction. I thought this was from. No, wait, hold on.
no.
Took.
The AK-74 was from a White Fang operative. The pistol you took was from a Dr. Merlot security forces operator.
And who used to have the gun that he had? The lieutenant guy.
What?
That was the AK.
Who had the AK?
You found it in the woods.
No, who had the AK before I looted? Sorry, who had the
That
AK?
chainsaw dude.
No, before. No, how did I get the AK again?
You
How
found
did
it
I
in
get
the
the AK?
forest, literally off the side of a cliff.
No, that's the lie. That's the lie I said.
Raven, you
blow
need
my
to
head off.
remember your character's feats.
No, that was anime guy. That was the lie. I didn't find it in the forest. I found.
You found it in the
guns.
lab. Yes, you did technically find it in the lab. That was in the mountain.
Wait, how the? Okay, so.
That the
trying to follow
wounders
this
came
pattern
out of.
here.
I won all the
Trying to
achievements
follow
in
this
one
pattern
go.
here.
Oh god.
This gun came from. I'm trying to follow the story here. Okay, this
Oh my goodness.
came from.
So you clearly weren't ready for
Which-
your part.
used to be. Pels, shush. I'm Indo, shush. Okay, a gun that I was researching. Right, that gun, Lieutenant
Yes.
guy's gun, which I lied about. Finding it in the woods was not actually found in the woods. It was found where? The labs? Or with the White Fang that we shot earlier in the campaign? Or defeated earlier in the campaign?
The lab.
Where
We're
did this
in the
Lieutenant-
lab.
You found it in the lab
Okay,
in
so-
the mountain.
This is what's reminded me of.
Yes, I know.
Okay,
Boys,
so
Goose Scout. Goose Scout. Goose Scout.
Let me see.
so what? So the simple.
There's a better version of that GIF. I'll show it, y'all.
So a simple explanation for that would probably be that when he discarded his gun, the security forces of Merlot's the Merlot security forces could have just found him and be like, let's just leave it. Let's not have this out here to get people suspicious. We'll just take it back with us and just leave it in the armory somewhere. And if it's needed, well, we'll just bring it out. It was
Okay, so
probably
you're
that
telling me that somehow the lieutenant guy was nearby in Atlas, dropped his gun, they
We're not
found
near
the gun.
No, not near Atlas. That was on the other side of the world.
It was
Near Corvus.
Yeah, it was near
Corvus.
Corvus.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so the lieutenant. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, you're saying that the White Fang lieutenant guy at one point was at Corvus.
Or near Corvus. It's kind of
And-
we kind of traveled quite far.
And he went somewhere. He went all the way to Vale, back to Vale. But at one point, he had dropped his weapon, and then these lab scientists
Not scientists.
Eventually
security
found-
forces.
they found his gun, and they brought it back into the lab, underground.
Yeah, because
That
if
gun.
because if you just find a random gun in the middle of nowhere, that's gonna be suspicious.
All right. Okay.
So they weren't using it. They basically had it in a storage locker or an armory locker.
Okay. All right. Criminals storing away other criminal guns. That's brilliant. Yay.
To be fair, they probably didn't even know
So
whose gun
I
it
so
was.
happened to find basically the Holy Grail in a different church.
I'm sorry, Mario. Your princess is in another castle.
Well, this whole thing
A very
was also
accurate description.
spiel's going on. Sora's already had her lunch. She's going over to Durin. She's gonna ask Durin once this part is done. When do we go on another mission?
Fine. I am now going to research the other gun that was not found in the labs, but the gun that was found when I had defeated the White Fang over in the forest. This gun.
Oh, that
I'm-
gun, the gun from the White Fang.
You didn't encounter the right Fang. The only people who encountered right Fang were Fellows and Sora. You guys, for the most part, encountered bandits.
I'm a traffic cone.
No! At the beginning of the campaign, I was
Run over.
asleep, and then I woke up, and then I dodged their gunfire, hid behind a rock, or sign, or something. It's been a while. And then I
It's a
fired
bull-
back, apparently knocked them out, and then I took their weapons. I took one of their guns. I took that gun.
That one right there. It's mine.
Yeah, weren't those bandits?
Oh, you mean during the biome incident?
Man.
I will choke you, yes.
Oh, so you're talking
Kind of
about
shit for it.
oh, so you're talking about the first quote-unquote actual mission outside of a simulator, the one where you guys were investigating a farming biome that went dark. That one.
That gun.
Man, I forgot that even happened.
Arc Zero, everyone.
Yeah, most of us
I
did.
didn't forget. That is why I was.
No,
trying to
I'm just saying I
reach fucking
forgot.
gun. Okay, that's
Forgot.
fair. That's fair. Anyways,
I
I'm trying
wasn't
to
even here
research
for that.
that gun. Give me the research. Ah la la la. Okay, I'm gonna roll for that. I'm gonna roll for that. I
History.
am losing my mind. Rolling for researching that.
Well, you are
gun.
mad. That gun. Because specifically that from that specific, mission. That gun.
So, with your unnatural 20, you figure out that the guns you had originally came across during your very first mission outside of the the simulators are connected to the White Fang, but they're just basic military surplus from Menagerie.
Oh, I died.
Basically, you could just find these guns wherever and whenever, because they're just that mass produced.
Yeah, we could go together.
Oh, you're telling me that no one previously owned this gun?
No, I mean,
They just met. I'm
It's just
confused. Sorry.
so more than likely, because the only thing that was filed off was the serial number in order for it to not be tracked. But for the most part, this is a very common rifle, especially among poor Faunus communities, and/or it's the common standard rifle for Menagerie Defense Forces. So, your only clue right now is that it's either Menagerie. It was either bought by someone who was in Menagerie and they just filed off all the serial numbers in order for it to be untraceable, or it came from Menagerie, or some sort of batch that was stolen from a Menagerie weapon shipment. It's just that because of the lack of serial numbers to trace anything, it's going to be it's almost like casting a net into a wide ocean in a place where fish are never there.
Madison sighs at this information and decides to go to the cafeteria.
I got a rock.
Alright, and as you head to the cafeteria, let's see. Mess hall. Here we go. So, what would you
Adventures
like
of
to
Mad
get
Medicine
from the mess hall? Because there's a variety of foods such as barbecued ribs, steak, hamburgers, hot dogs, etc. Basically, a good old American style barbecue is being served.
Barbecue.
I'm getting a hot dog with
hot dog.
chili, mustard, coleslaw, and I'm taking it to my table near the murder table, and I'm just getting a top soda.
I apologize. The vocal sims are really hitting today.
Hmm.
All right, and as you begin to sit down and eat at the murder table, what do you?
At the murder table, the table in front of no, the table behind the murder table. Again, yay.
That table's still behind the murder table.
All right.
Don't worry, witness the murder. That murder table.
As you do this, what do you do next? Do you look on your scroll for anything? Do you decide to just see what other students are doing? What are you going to do?
I look for my teammates. That's all. I eat my.
Fels is
chili
in
dog.
the
He's looking at
dorm
clap
just
chat.
smoking.
I don't
Look at
have.
clap
He's
chat.
been in there this entire time waiting for his turn.
But he's not doing anything.
Hey, you're not
Well,
doing
that's
anything.
because it's not his turn yet.
He's just being a big baby.
Baby, you be baby.
Well, we've been,
Okay, I
we've
need to
been
draw big.
following
Okay.
medicine, right?
Mad Medicine. Right over.
And medicine.
All right.
We-
So,
Anyone
so-
else at
Jack, do you decide to also be in the mess hall when Madison is there, or no?
I don't think Jack would have been. No, he was mostly staying in the dorms.
All right. So, Madison, you are alone in this mess hall. What do you feel given this fact? Are you feeling lonely, depressed, constipated?
Well,
I
that
have
was out of
depression. I
nowhere.
must eat in silence with my YouTube on my scroll.
No, me too.
Oh, good
No,
lord.
it's our tube.
me, you, and I tube there.
Me
Hold
and
on.
you and you and me and your friend Steve. Dude. Steve. I
Anyway,
can't remember.
Well,
So you're just basically alone. You're Mr. Lonely,
Yeah.
Madison.
yeah.
All right. As the song "Mr. Lonely" plays upon Madison's head, we now cut to Fells. What are you doing?
Yes.
Fel's at the moment, he's just sitting there at the kitchenette table in the dorms. He is minutely aware of the fact that Jack is in the dorms as well. He considers actually going to speak to Jack, but he hesitates.
Okay.
So he takes a deep breath, and then he just gets up and he walks over and he knocks on the door to the bedroom area, where the bunks are, He just knocks and he like,
Yeah.
no, he just knocks like with the side of his knuckles, and he looks up at where Jack is on his bunk, and he's just like, "Yo, you awake?"
Oh, he'd be at the desk, but
Oh.
Well,
Well,
yeah. When
he
you
didn't,
you come in, Jack kind of like turns and looks over his shoulder at you. It's a like one of those kind of motions where like your neck like snaps around like really fucking fast, and then when he sees you, his like eyes are a little bit wide, but he kind of like eventually just goes, yeah.
Fells, remembering the deal he made with Zero, considering the fact that he lost, he just sighs and then he takes a moment before he just rubs the back of his head before he accidentally blurts out loud, "Man, I really do suck at this."
Jack doesn't like
his-
make any comments, which is rare for him. He just kind of like turns properly around in his seat, like giving you his full attention.
Fells clears his throat and he just awkwardly he begins, "Okay, you got hurt, and I am aware that I am the one at fault for that, because you jumped in the way of the beam that I had aimed at Sora. Regardless, I wanted to say I am sorry for hurting you and for getting you involved in that mess."
Jack just kind of like looks at you with like a really analytic like eye, and then he eventually just sighs and just goes, "I already told you, it's not me you should be apologizing to. I made myself involved, I knew what I was doing."
Well, I already apologized to her, but she's about as invested as a rock.
Jack kind of like tilts his head slightly, like as if agreeing.
Why your nickname's Rocky?
I mean, I imagine it'd be the same if you tried to kill her. She just wouldn't care either way. It's almost as if she has a death wish.
Yeah, Jack just goes, "Yeah, it is a bit concerning."
And with that, Fells, he just, he lowers his hand from the back of his head and he goes, "So, despite all this, are we square? Like, I understand we're probably not in the best of places right now. I'm not gonna ask you to be my friend. You probably hate my guts right now, but can we at least be even?"
Jack sighs, and he just kind of like absentmindedly brings a hand up to like scratch at like the exposed bone of his jaw, and just goes, "There's not much more you can do, so sure. As long as I know you're not going to try and stab any of us in our sleep."
I don't really like using knives.
You get my point.
Yeah. Don't worry, I won't stab any of you in your sleep. I at least have that much honor left in me.
And this'll do for now, I guess.
And with
Jack
that,
Jack just spins around at his desk to face it again.
Fells, he just stands there awkwardly again, and he turns looking like he wants to leave, but then he looks back at Jack again. He turns down and Then he just randomly asks, "You want to train in the simulator?"
I think I got enough of that this morning, but maybe another time.
All right. Maybe wear your armor this time. Wouldn't want to accidentally melt another part of your body off.
Jack,
He
Jack
lightly joked at that part.
Jack just gives a small chuckle. And before Fells can leave, Jack just speaks up. Can I ask you something?
Fells just kind of glances back at him like, well, depends on if I can answer it. What do you need?
I'm trying to remember. Has Fells explained to him the whole thing that it's because of his father that he does what he does? Like, has he explained that to Jack, or does Jack not
No,
know
he
about
hasn't explained. He hasn't explained it to anyone. Nobody's even bothered to ask.
Okay, so Jack just kind of looks at the scroll in his hands, and he just kind of mulls over his words a little bit.
Fells just waits there for a moment, like waiting for Jack to choose his words.
Why do you do what you do?
You mean be a mercenary?
In general, the purpose you have in life.
Wasn't expecting to get all philosophical today. With that, Fells, he just kind of scratched at the back of his head before lowering his arm again. He thinks for a moment, and before he answers, I guess it's because of my dad.
Jack just gives a small understanding nod at that.
No, to put not to just oversimplify it, but he was a mercenary. A lot of people considered him the best. Maybe not the greatest of all time, but he was considered among one of the finest. At least where I grew up.
Jack just nods along as you talk.
Well, one day, the village where I grew up, it came under attack. Not by Grimm, not by military forces. It just came under attack by what can only be classified as a demon. It enjoyed what it did, so we all knew it was a lot more conscious than the Grimm. But it burned everything down. My father, he stayed behind to make sure everyone he could get out of there got out safely. But that was the last time I ever saw him, was when he rushed off to fight this demon. And so I told myself when I get bigger, I was gonna do the same. I'll fight the demons that haunt other people. But I guess, well, to quote my brother, instead of becoming a protector, I became a slave.
Jack just nods at all of that. And then he sort of he seems like lost as to how to explain it, like what his issues are before finally saying, "What if you?" He sort again. He kind of like he does seem like really like rattled and lost about us what to say. What if?
Bells is just waiting there, like he knows Jack is trying to say something, so he's waiting as if to say, "It's all right, take your time." But he's patiently waiting with his arms crossed.
I'm not much different. Only difference really is that I didn't lose my village. Just my, well, not quite dad, but basically dad. I do what I do because it's what he did. I can only hope to live as good a life as he did. But you saw Corvus the other week.
I did.
That's not the village I grew up in. That's not the village that raised me. It's become borderline a military base with a small town attached. Damn it! And Jack, like, finally, in like a moment of emotion that like Felsbury hasn't really seen before, Jack just flings his scroll into the nearby wall.
Fells, like, his tail gives a inquisitive twitch, but he just watches and he listens.
When Durin brought me into this damn school, he said that he'd protect my village. He found me in that shithole just alone, scared. I had nothing. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't be what my dad was. He said he'd bring me in and he'd settle some soldiers there to take care of the place. But they didn't. They took it over. Wasn't part of the damn deal, and now I'm here sitting listening to fucking history lessons and gossip and shit when I should be home protecting it. And I'm not. And if I have to wait for all of these years of school to pass, it's going to be too late.
To this, Fells would, he would kind of muse over everything Jack said to him for a bit before he just kind of absent-mindedly comments, "Well, at least you have a place to go back to."
But is it really a place to go back to when it's not my home anymore?
Well, at the end of the day, Corvus is
fighting for your home if it's gone?
To this, Fells, he just responds, "At the end of the day, at least Corvus is still standing. Yes, it's different. It's, well, changed. In some ways, I can only imagine it probably hasn't changed for the better. But everyone you know's still there, right?"
Jack just kind of sighs. He doesn't really know why, like, he doesn't have a conclusion to all this. He's lost, is the best way to put it.
Well, the way I see it, as long as the people are still there, that's what matters. You still have Corvus. Not the military base it's become now, but you still have the people of Corvus, and they're what make Corvus Corvus. Isn't that right?
But for how long? I have been looking up, like, what happens to towns that become like this. People get shuffled off to places where they're more efficient to be. New people are brought in, and before long, it's not the same place anymore. I mean, even the people are gone.
Well, when that happens, I guess you can ask them what they want to do, and settle in a new spot. But at least they'll still be there. To be honest with you, I'm kind of envious. If Atlas had protected my village, maybe then it would still be there. But it's not. And I'm still wondering where that bloody devil is after all this time.
Jack does look sort of like almost guilty for complaining about this after hearing what happened to your village, but he still doesn't seem reassured by it.
You don't have to feel better about it, Fells would comment, seeing Jack's expression. You don't even have to feel reassured. Heck, I'm just driveling on at this point. But at the very least, consider the following. Your village is still there. Yeah, some of it is different now, and the military has a presence there now. But as long as the people decide they want to live there, as long as they still are there, then it's still the village of Corvus, for as long as it needs to be. Or as long as the people want it to be. When that changes, then I guess Corvus can always be rebuilt, because the people of Corvus are still around to rebuild it. But that's just my, I don't know, I guess my opinion on the matter.
Jack just gives a small nod.
Well, I've probably taken up enough of your time already, so I'll see myself out. Fells just excuses himself and turns to leave.
Before he leaves, Jack just turns and goes, "Thanks."
And with that, Fells
Fells runs
sighs a bit.
medicine
He
back,
just he calls back and he says, "You're welcome." Oh, and for
Then
what it's worth, no, hold on. And Fells would turn back one more time. He would say, "For what it's worth, you do kind of rock a very badass, intimidating figure with that, with the whole lower jawline thing." He says this mostly in jest, but he's trying to make Jack feel better about it. So it may have been a joke in poor taste, but it was Fell's way of lighting up the mood.
Jack just kind of like clicks his tongue at that and just goes, could have been worse.
True. At least I
Madison
didn't burn the whole thing off.
Then Madison accidentally bumps into him. Oh, sorry, Fells.
And at that, Fells just looks at Madison and he just, like, grabs the edges of his hat and pulls it over his eyes. Just...
Roll me a strength check.
Got it.
It's a hat.
Yeah, pulling the brim over your eyes.
And then Madison, I want you to do a. Would this be a parry, Jack?
No.
If he's rolling parry, then Fells will be rolling fighting.
He's just pulling the hat down over his head.
So pulling your hat down. I think
Oh,
I
you
need
have
to roll
chosen
to be able-
death.
Strength. Okay, so just
It would be
pure
a strength check if he was trying to pull my pants down like a prank back in the early 2000s.
I disagree. That would be dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity.
I mean,
back in the
actually,
early
I think either of those would be a fighting check because it's a grapple.
Check what gender you really are.
No.
I knew he is a bitch.
Fells rolls.
You're not tugging my pants. you're tugging
Fells
my
votes
hat.
Republican. Gasp.
Crazy work.
Or wait, so am I rolling strength for pulling this hat down or fighting?
I'm gonna go with dexterity, and then Madison, for your counter, I want you to roll strength because you're trying to make sure that your brim of your hat does not come over your eyes.
Alright, so dexterity. Got it.
And wait, what do I have to roll again?
You are gonna roll strength.
Dexterity.
Alright.
Sorry,
What?
Strength.
The strength?
Yes.
Yeah.
So fucking strong.
Alright, dimension the dice. Roll your mice.
11.
Roll a what?
11.
You need to roll a
Strength.
strength, Madison.
Thank you.
Language?
I said thank you. Thank you. God.
Your thing immediately glitched out when you said thank you, so it sounded like you're saying fuck you. I'm like, hold up, you do not curse at my brother. I will beat your ass.
It's alright, sis. It's alright.
It's okay, Samantha. I'm literally next door. I can just go over and bash his skull in with a hammer.
Yep, I don't want you to hurt your
Oh my
feelings.
gosh, yes!
You get a nat 20.
No,
It's
we
a
just got a
5.
7.
It's a 7, now 11. Damn it.
So
Yeah.
the hat's going over his head.
And with that, Madison, you're now completely blind for the most part right now. What are you trying to do? Now that you are...
I took it back off.
Alright, and as you take it off, you finally see again. What do you do next? Do you stare at Fells angrily, or do you try to call to Jack?
I ignore Fells by like kind of glare at him and like it was an accident.
And then Fels just he just looks at him and goes, "Yes, as were you." And then he walks past.
Well, I mean, he is a twin, so there's that.
Oh my god, the birds.
Accidents.
Well,
Fels is just not feeling apologetic towards Madison. He can reconcile with Jack and Sora, but he is not ready to reconcile with this guy.
This
Madison
individual.
continues going to Duran's
I love
office.
this guy.
Well, anyways, Fels has exited the dorm.
Wait, if you're going to Duran's office, why did you enter the dorms?
No, I did.
He went.
Oh, okay.
Madison went the wrong way.
You know what? That wouldn't be out of character for you.
No, Madison just likes to wander.
No man, whatever, carry what you will.
Alright, and then, Sora, you said you just entered the dorms?
No, I went to Duran's office after getting some lunch.
Okay,
And I said that Fels had just left the dorms.
alright, so, Sora, as you take a step towards Duran's office and you knock on his door, he replies with a come in, and when you do, what do you do when you enter his office?
Take in what he's doing.
Oh, me?
Because if he looks busy, I don't want to intrude.
Alright, so he's just currently looking over some paperwork at the moment, but it looks like he doesn't mind giving you some time. Oh, Sora, you're here. Do you need something?
When is our next mission? I want to go outside.
I will talk with Iowa to see what if there's any training missions he could send you guys on. But for the most part, if you want, you could try. He then starts looking over some paperwork as well. It looks like there's going to be a week-long field exercise in about 3 days. They're already taking cadets to volunteer for a force-on-force training simulation. If you want to do that, if you and your team want to do it, you can ask them if they want me to sign you guys up for it.
I'll sign, can't I just go by myself? Since
No.
they seem to be needing a rest day.
No, this has to be a team effort, unfortunately.
Well, that Sora kind of sighs. She's like, all right, then let me call my leader then. Well, then she's still standing there in front of Dur, and she just calls him Jack. On her scroll.
Madison catches up to the door. Oh, hi, Sora.
I'm calling Jack right now.
Nope.
Oh, hey, Duran.
Slight issue.
Uh-oh.
The number you have dialed
slight.
is not on.
Oh boy.
We're sorry. The number you have tried to reach is disconnected. Please try again after these messages.
Well, that Sora kind of sighs and hangs up, and she's like, he forgot to charge his phone again. And then she turns to Madison. Madison, can you go check on Jack, ask him if, he can come here?
I'll be back in a moment. I want to talk to Duran real quick.
Oh,
Alright, well then, you talk to him and I'll go.
it's the.
Oh, and that
Alright.
she's speed.
It's the.
She wants to go.
It is the. It is then that's within Duran's office. Let me just pull up an office. Quick. Office. I know I have one opened up.
Office.
Here we go.
Yes, that office. Duran's office. The office belonging to Duran.
Aaron's office. I got ran over. I almost made it to the end, but then I got freaking tripwired. Freaking bitch of a bush.
Alright. Now that I've readjusted everything. Alright. So, Madison, you hear the groan of Duran as he has to look at your unfortunate face. And he asks, what do you need?
Why the sudden groan? I just entered.
I'm all of a sudden reminded of one scene from Shrek where he's like, well, that's not very nice. It's just a donkey.
Oh,
It is that.
that's not very nice. It's just Sora.
It is then that Duran literally just replies deadpan with, Madison, you're the reason why I'm going gray hairs by the day. What do you want?
Last time I check, human presence and human contact does not do not cause that, medically
What
speaking.
doth thou want, peasant?
That's the funny thing,
But,
Madison. It's the paperwork from your actions that causes it.
Well, I do have some information about the White Fang lieutenant that I discovered. It's not much, but it's this.
It's honest work.
He shows him the information about his gun.
Where the hell did you find his discarded gun? Actually, he then looks up.
Oh,
How did you acquire it?
I just found it in the. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry. Oh, I found it in the lab. Dr. Merlot's lab. In Corvus.
Right.
I could show you the gun.
Do you have it on you now, or did you turn it into the authorities? And Madison, that's what you remember, that you handed over to Ian McCollum to hand over to the authorities.
I handed to Ian McCullen so that he can hand it to authorities because I didn't want to deal with it at the moment.
And then you just see Duran ask, who the fuck is Ian McCollum?
Oh, here's his address. He's a gun store keeper.
He then looks over the little blurb you found for Ian, and he's like, that guy?
This guy.
Yeah, that guy. The guy of guys.
Right.
The guy that does that. That guy.
Madison, where do I get the fig you just sold it on the black market? Because that sounds like some. Because Because that thought literally just sounds like something you would do.
Why would I sell? What? Why would I sell criminal evidence on the black market? I have
That's
my
when Jordan
own money.
remembers about the request that he and Sora made the day before about going outside to go to the gun store. That
It's
Elaine had
all coming
interrupted,
back
so
now.
Sora took it as a yes and quickly ran off with Madison before Jordan could do anything.
He then just sighs. Forget it. What do you want, Madison? You're only here whenever you need to ask for something stupid.
I am actually not here to ask for anything stupid or smart. I'm just here to give you this information that I found. I also found some information about this gun, but it leads to nowhere, unfortunately.
I see. You did some okay work.
I know it's rookie investigative work, but it's only what I could find about this.
You're not part of a police department, though. You know,
He's a
are you
detective.
even licensed as a private detective?
Oh,
This man does not have a license.
unlicensed equals uninhibited.
To be fair, I thought that
Unruly.
I would get that if I became a hunter. Sorry, I didn't mean to say hunter. I meant to say hunter. If I became a hunter.
Huntsman?
I knew it!
I mean, that's how it always works. Unless you join a bounty hunters guild. But even then, that's more
Oh no,
so...
I don't want to be a bounty hunter.
Right.
So Phil's
What?
got his
I just want to solve
license.
stuff.
Just tell me what you need.
I would need. Okay, you know what? You know what I need? I need to know where these guns are. That's it. That's all. Where do they find these guns? How can I find them myself, and then see if I can track them? That's all. To track whoever's buying these guns. Basically, lead us to the White Fang. That's the only lead we have is that these guns are the only lead. The only lead we have are these guns.
Leave me alone, ambush.
I see.
Technically speaking, not even the lieutenant guy is a lead. He just so I'm guessing what happens that they found his gun after he discarded it at Corvus. Assuming he was at Corvus at one point.
That sounds highly convoluted and improbable. How did you come to this conclusion?
Well, how else would I found his gun there? Now, granted, it could be that maybe they found it on a boat while they were in the boating town, because the boating town's not too far away from Corvus. The boating village. There.
I see? Like, you just see him just perplexed at what you're telling him, and then he just rolls with it. Fuck it. What do you... Okay, other than that, what are you actually here for?
This is it. That's all I wanted to do.
You sure? Because this is you we're talking about.
I put my hands on the
You-
disc very slowly and gently.
Always.
Yes. I only wanted to turn in the information that I have learned. Normally, I would text you. Normally, I would send you pretty pictures. But for once, I want to come to you in person.
The heart to heart.
I see. And then you just see Akai just look up at Madison and just look at her father and be like, Papa, who's the weird brunette-looking man, and why does he look like a femboy?
He's got the 9-inch Gucci heels.
Who taught you that word?
Quite literally.
Madison looks at this
response.
child and says, "What's a femboy?"
Femboy effects. One day you'll have to answer to God for your actions, and on that
Oh
day
my
He will not be merciful.
And then you just see.
I have that video in my phone. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, good lord.
Anyway,
Anyways.
You just see Durin surprised that she even knows what a femboy even is, and just asks, "How do you know that, Akai?" She then just holds up her scroll, her like kitty scroll, and it shows what looks like femboy singers, and then underneath the description of one of the
K-pop.
bands they're listening to, it's just literally said has a hashtag called femboy because they're pretty boys. And then Durin's like, "You're not gonna use your scroll for the internet for 1 week." And you just see her just cutely pout in sadness.
K-pop girl culture.
This is just perfect. Anywho,
Who's your Oshi?
is there anything else you require, Madison? Because knowing you're just gonna pull some bullshit, and then as you leave, just say something underneath your breath after giving you permission to something.
Man, it's some bullshit.
You want me to?
You wanna
like
know,
like
man?
visibly a question mark forms out of his head.
Tell me what you need, and I will explain whether or not I can and or cannot do this for you.
Hey, what you want?
Okay.
You want?
I clasp my hands together. What I need is to find out where these guys got their weapons from. That's all. I cannot investigate any further.
And where is your first place you're going to look?
I've been just simply researching on it via the internet.
As one does. What's your point?
Well, that normally you guys would have a better way of investigating this type of field.
Unfortunately, that's gonna have to be left to the guild and or the huntsman and or bounty hunters guild, as well as whatever local police departments are available in those areas. Because in order for the Atlas military to deploy somewhere where you think this guy is, some places require extensive negotiating permission, which is why the Atlas military, ground forces, and navy were able to help you guys during the mansion incident, as well as
Oh, that's all I need.
laboratories you found.
Well, that's all I need. You need the weapons directly? I can get you the weapons back.
That's when his eyes widened. You didn't steal the creative weapons that were reported at the Biome, did you?
Basically
At the what?
acquired. I prefer.
At the what? Repeat that last part.
You didn't steal that crate of weapons from your first mission, did you?
No. I only stole one weapon or two from one of the guys that nearly tried to kill me on that mission. Not from the weapons crate.
You just then see his head just sulk into his hands. What am I gonna do with you?
Try not to kill
What
him.
are we to do with you, boy?
Like, you just...
Now as the other gun, the one that came from the lieutenant, it was found in the labs, the underground labs at Corvus.
Labs are underground.
Oh
That thing.
God, you still think that bet is going on despite the fact you're literally serving out your punishment for it right now.
No. I don't think that. No, I'm telling you, that's where I found the gun back at Corvus. This gun belongs to that lieutenant guy, the chainsaw guy.
Oh no, you can't be talking about him. Him, are you? As he just
I am
sighs
talking about
further
him.
into his hands.
I even like show him like the link I found that leads to him or points to him that he is the previous purchaser of this weapon.
Oh my God.
Somehow, he was either at Corvus or they had found his weapon and brought it to Corvus.
And you know this how?
Because it was at Corvus.
That's where he found it.
Oh. Oh, for Christ's sake. So, what are you exactly
Hold on,
asking?
Christ does not exist. Hold on, Christ does not exist.
In the Rubyverse, we'll just go with it, okay, dude?
Gotta light. Gotta light.
Well, I mean, if you look at the last name Cammy, what that means, it's entirely possible.
Gotta light.
What to be? What to be?
So, what exactly are you asking for, Madison? Because you wouldn't be in my office right now unless you wanted something.
I'm not asking for anything. I'm just informing you this is this guy's gun that I found at Corvus, and this is that guy's gun that I found during the mission.
So again,
I point at.
So again, I ask, are you really still going on about that bet? That you lost?
It's not a bet anymore. I lost. Why do you want the? Why do you care about the bet?
Because this seems heavily related to that, son.
This is actually just more so just related to the fact that I want to capture the White Fang guys.
Oh, he then just groans into his hands again. Just so. So what are you here for? Other than to just drop off this info, or is that it?
Just that. And unless you want our team, unless you want Jack's team to go and get the lieutenant guy.
That's
I mean,
a
we
hard
could.
no.
Aw.
All right. That's fair. Yeah. Proceeds to leave.
Let's sort of Jack blow off some steam.
Are you
So,
sure it's a hard no?
yes,
But he turns
I am
turns his head.
Isn't that
All
a
right.
chocolate gets
Is
thrown
there a
at
way
you?
that you can inform? Okay, how about this then? I re-enter the room. What if you contact authorities in Vale that this guy has been taking visits to Corvus?
Just throw the chocolate bar at his head and send him on his way.
He then just waves you off to let you know that you are free to go, as he tries to figure out what the hell you were trying to say, unless you decide to tell him exactly what you want.
Well, like, Sora was gonna, like, jump in the
He
middle of
sighs and
that.
leaves. I really don't want anything. And he's back to his dorm.
While he's there, while they were talking, Sora had run back to the dorm because she figured that's probably where Jack is, because she wants to ask Jack if they could go out to play, aka go out on that combat thingamajigger? I already forgot the details because of all the talking.
The the field exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, the field
It's,
exercise.
if Fells was still leaving while she got there, she might have like ran into him, but other than that, yeah, she's going straight to the dorms.
No, he's already gone by this point, so she
Okay.
wouldn't have met him.
She slides in, but also makes sure to knock. She's like, "Hey Jack, you in there?"
Dens! Unmute yourself!
He's dead.
Oh, there we go. Jack just kind of like is slumped at his desk, but then looks up at you. You then notice that yes, there's the remnants of a scroll, just like a circuit board and broken glass and some assorted plastic and metal, just against on the floor near one of the walls.
She kind of picks it up out of the wall. She's like, "Eesh, I'll get my cousin Rika to fix it." But then she looks at Jack and she's like, "Hey Jack, can you approve us going on a combat mission? I really want to go."
What are the details?
What are the okay, out of character. What are the details again?
It was a training exercise.
Okay, it's essentially a training exercise. I'm not allowed to go alone. It has to be a team thing.
When is it?
In 3 days.
Done.
Alright, thanks. And with that, she's still holding pieces of Jack's broken scroll, goes running back over to Durin's office, and then launches back in.
I
She's like,
ran into
"Yes,
Sora.
I got approval." Like, tell him, "Oh, okay." Just bonk. He's like, "Oh, apologies, Madison." Make sure
Hi.
he's standing up properly, and then runs over to Durin's office. Barges into Durin's office. He said, "Okay."
That's
That was fast.
is like Durin is just put off by how fast you were running and how excited you seem to be, especially after what's been happening lately. And so he's like,
The grim part of her makes her want to spill blood. If she can, instead of spilling human blood, spills grim, or faunus blood, spills grim blood, all the better for it.
and then just
She has to
goes,
curb her anger somehow.
and then just sighs and then looks at you and says, "Make sure to keep your battle lust in check." He then hands you several slips. There's 3 others. You need to get your teammates to sign them.
Well,
Then
that
just bring it back
Zoranot's
to me.
done. And immediately goes to where she bumped into Madison. And then, like, kind of puts her in front of Madison, like, "I need you to sign this."
And with that, Madison, are you going to grab the piece of paper?
Wait, hold on. A piece of paper?
Yeah, starts having you sign the form to go do the training thing.
He looks at the piece of paper. Sees if there's like anything mysterious with it or anything, or like hidden small text or whatever. Like,
That's going to require investigation.
He's reading the fine print. You're not supposed to read the fine print.
No one does that.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Quick,
a bit tired.
get
I meant
him
to say
before he
he's reading
discovers
the
the
fine
hidden
print.
clause.
Investigation.
You're too
Yeah, after
dangerous
this
to
roll-
up
oh.
alive.
It's an 18. Dirty 18.
Alright, so describe what you are doing.
I'm reading the fine print.
Oh, of the document?
Yes.
Oh, it's just basic standard stuff like, the school isn't responsible for your deaths. It's not responsible for any grim attacks that may or harm you and whatnot.
Oh, so then nobody would mind. So it they're not at fault if Fells accidentally kills medicine on
Oh, jeez. No,
on
Sora
the
would stop that.
exercise.
I want you to bring. I want you to ask Fells to see if he's all right with, not killing his teammates before I
But that,
signed any of it.
with that, she's like, I want to make sure he doesn't pull anything. And even then, I'm sure Jack will have him, like, have an agreement in place, otherwise he wouldn't have said yes.
All right, fine. He signs it.
Mm,
And with that,
Thank you. With that, she runs off to Fells.
and with that,
Oh, man.
we shall end today's episode because I got work in the morning.
No,
Unfortunately.
you don't.
I do too. Anyways,
Ew.
bye. See ya. Love you guys. Bye.
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 The twin gets
Farewell.
up the chat.